The linear take, make, dispose approach to goods and services that drives the global economy has increased our quality of life and convenience, but has also had a significant impact on the plastic waste generated. Recent estimates indicate that over 300 million tons of plastic are produced annually. Of all the plastic produced and put on the market since 1950, only 7% has so far been recycled. Although recycling rates have been increasing in the recent years in many countries, the plastic economy is far from circular. Indeed, the vast majority of plastic is still being discarded, at least 12 million tons per year leaking into the ocean. Circular economy moves away from the linear take, make, dispose approach. Instead, it rethinks the system, minimizing the loss of resources and extending the product's life. Measures to address circularity need to include multi-stakeholder collaborations, including community. Local initiatives focused on waste management bring their own contribution to circular economy. They move away from circular economy focused on the plastics industry and address other stakeholders and stages of the plastic cycle. To support the contribution of local initiatives to circular economy, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has selected initiatives to become part of the Marine Plastics and Coastal Communities project. Initiated at the end of 2017, the project's goal is to reduce the amount of plastic pollution leaking into the marine environment in the 5 target countries. To achieve it, MARPLASTICCs works on 4 interconnected pillars: knowledge, capacity, policy, and business. The capacity pillar seeks to strengthen the capacity of local and regional actions to control plastic pollution. As part of this component, IUCN has been supporting 5 existing small-scale circular economy initiatives through a system of grants in Kenya, Mozambique, South Africa, Thailand, and Vietnam. All selected initiatives connect on many levels as they have the same goal: to reduce plastic leakage into the marine environment.
Watamu Marine Association started this project 10 years ago as a beach cleanup initiative. We then worked together with the local community groups and the local hotels industry to create a dynamic plastic recycling value chain. And how we did that, how we achieved that, was by the hotels sponsoring the beach cleaners and at the same time providing freely their plastic waste for recycling. So this was the beginning of a real circular economy enterprise, resulting in benefits on a number of socio-economic and environmental levels. Firstly, we had the beach cleaners getting an income. Second, we had the recyclers getting jobs and an income from recycling the plastic waste. And then the clear environmental benefits by removing beach litter and extracting plastic and marine litter from the ocean, and on the other side, diverting that huge volume of plastic waste from going to landfill to be recycled.
I think the major key impact that we've really experienced through this funding that we've got from IUCN MARPLASTICCs is the purchase of a truck, which has now enabled us to expand our activities to other towns and enabled us to reach beaches that initially we could not. And we also managed to purchase a machine, an injection molder, and with that, initially we used to depend on donors to help us fund our regular beach cleanups, but with this injection molder, we can take the plastic that we collect from our beaches, crush it, turn it into a either a fridge magnet or a keychain that we sell to the tourists, and the money that we get from there pay the community members to do the cleanup. So it helps the whole project to be sustainable. Through the funding again that we've got from IUCN, we are able to do training for community members on how they can make upcycled products from keychains, bracelets, made from fishing gears. And with that again, they can sell that and be able to get some extra sources of income. We have also been able to train community members on how they can use plastic bottles, water bottles, to make building blocks that they can use in their own buildings, and this one we call Upcycled Buildings. We've also managed to train community members on the different kinds of plastic that they can sell, so that we're actually trying to show them the value of plastic and try and set up a new initiative known as Weigh and Pay, which is actually running right now, whereby community members bring us hard plastic after they've been trained thoroughly on what kind of plastic we can buy. Then from there we pay them for it, and in that way we don't have to pay people to go and do regular beach cleanups, but they in return will feel motivated to go and do this cleanup themselves, to get the plastic, sell it to us, and the money that we get from there we plow it back to buy more and more plastic. So again, keeping the whole project sustainable. We also did art installations, and that's my favorite, because community members are now able to see and learn from just waste, just the everyday waste that they throw away, transformed into a beautiful art piece, a turtle, plastic water bottles, and see the value of these things, when it's not just scattered aimlessly in the environment.
So as a result of COVID pandemic, most of the hotels within Watamu were shut down. Therefore, we lost a great volume of plastic waste coming into EcoWorld from the hotels. In response to this challenge, we were able to set up a COVID-19 relief project, whereby we issued a call to friends of Watamu, and we managed to raise a total of $10,000, which was channeled towards sponsoring beach cleanups in Watamu. So the project was a success in that we were able to offer employment to 1,000 people, especially those who had lost their jobs due to the pandemic. And for the environment, we were able to remove an incredible 27 tons of marine litter, therefore reducing the amount of waste that had started accumulating on our beaches. Another challenge is that we are not able to carry out the stakeholder meeting, especially with the county government, to discuss on how to develop circular economy within the county. But on a positive, we were able to mobilize community groups in Malindi and Kilifi, and we were able to set up plastic collection points in both towns.
Impact measurement is key for project managers. It allows them to identify the impact they generate on the ground, so they can manage it more properly and communicate it more efficiently. Impact Track is a solution that facilitates the whole process of impact measurement via a web platform and an online training. We supported all MARPLASTIC projects in the implementation of their impact measurement system. All along the process, from the identification of the key stakeholders, the description of their activities and how they generate impact, the selection of the indicators, the data collection, and the creation of an impact report. The impact report is what we call impact page. The impact page contains the main information of the project's impact on the ground, which is the mission of the project, who the project impacts, and how much impact the project generates. The Kilifi County Circular Economy Enterprise project is a very interesting project because they generate a significant social, environmental, and economic impact. The social aspect, it's mainly related to the local artists and to the waste pickers. The economic part is related to the inflows the project brings to the local circular economy and to the ecosystem improved that favors the local tourism. And the environmental part is of course related to the plastic reduction, mainly in the Watamu marine protected area.
Turtle-based collaboration with EcoWorld has been beneficial in three main areas. One, we have seen more and more of plastic being recycled at the site, which means less of this plastic ending up at the county government disposal site. Two, we have seen enhanced CSR happening between us and EcoWorld, which means that more and more people being engaged into the activity of collecting and recycling these plastics. And the third one, I would say that more and many guests who are coming here are now willing to get out into a new tourism circuit where they visit the EcoWorld and proceed to Crab Shack, which is in Dabaso. Others would definitely end up at the snake farm in Sida. So by doing these activities, more people get to know what happens within the community and also participate in ecotourism, because I think and I believe that is a form of preservation, and that's what ecotourism mainly deals with.
Whilst circular economy is often centered around actions undertaken by businesses, the involvement of various types of stakeholders, as well as the collaboration between them, is essential to address the entire plastic cycle. This can mean raising awareness to mitigate the use of single-use plastic items, collaborating with government authorities on sustainable waste management practices, working with businesses on the recyclability of products, or engaging communities in waste entrepreneurship. Community-based initiatives can be an effective way to contribute to greater circularity by filling the social equity gap currently prevailing in the circular economy. Whilst circular economy certainly requires strategies to improve business circularity, the participation and engagement of local citizens may play an equal role in other stages of the plastic cycle. In fact, coastal communities certainly are amongst the first affected by marine plastic pollution. Directly impacted by the waste landing on their beaches, coastal citizens have a real incentive to act. Engaging them in circular economy projects not only provides them with a source of livelihood, it may also increase their awareness and knowledge of plastic pollution in the long term, whilst contributing to improved local waste management practices. Whilst waste prevention and management at the local engagement level is addressed through these initiatives as part of the capacity pillar, elements of the plastics industry dimension and of the consumption by citizens dimension are being addressed through the policy and business pillars. IUCN has also already undertaken nationwide hotspotting assessments of plastic leakage in 3 countries of Kenya, Mozambique, and South Africa, thanks to the knowledge pillar. When considered jointly, the 4 interconnected pillars therefore bring a comprehensive contribution to the plastic cycle. IUCN's experience in implementing circular economy initiatives has resulted in developing an effective model that addresses the social equity gap often persisting in circular economy through community-based actions aimed at reducing plastic leakage into the marine environment. The hallmark of the concept is the promotion of collaborative actions of civil society with government and the private sector to address locally relevant waste management issues within a common framework. As such, all the plastic waste managed through the circular economy initiatives supported by MARPLASTICCs has been prevented from reaching a doomed fate in the marine environment.